We're now wanting to solve problem number 5 on a practice exam or an old exam, exam number 2 in 207 from summer of 2007. This problem says to find the voltage or the supply voltage V sub S in phasor form. We want to find magnitude and angle and express your answer in RMS units. We'll be able to do that because we're given RMS units here, and if we start with that voltage in RMS units, everything else will remain in RMS units from what we're given. Here if you want to think about it, we really have one load there that you could think of as some Z sub 1, and we have some other load Z sub 2, load 2, and if we have two loads, this is really just the typical voltage source that we are used to seeing, and if you had a circuit like that, you would say, oh, I want to just do a KVL equation around that loop and solve for V sub S. To solve for V sub S, what I would want is I would like to know what this voltage drop is. I'm already told what that voltage drop is, so really the key to this problem is finding V sub 1. Now, to get V sub 1, what we're told is the complex power of load 1. That we need to have either a current or impedance or voltage to find the voltage. So we can't really work right from load 1, but if we look at what else we're given load 2, and we're given its complex power, maybe in a form that we're not used to seeing. It's 80 VARs and a power factor of 0.9, but if we think of that as a triangle, we're given then in load 2 the angle effectively and the vertical component of our complex power, and we can then back out whatever else we need from that. Once we have the complex power associated with load 2, we can use that together with the voltage and the definition of the complex power to find the current. And if we find that current, we'll find this current, let's say that's I sub 2 bar. Well, that current flowing there is exactly the same as this current since they're both connected in series. If we have this current and we know this particular complex power, we can solve for V sub 1. And that's the strategy that I will use. So let's look or start with load number 2's complex power. That's what I'll call S sub 2 bar. We're told that we have Q sub 2 is 80 VARs and it's leading, meaning it's now 80 with a sign of minus 80 because of the leading factor, and that Q2 then is vertically downward. We're also told that our power factor for load number 2 is 0.9, and we know that this relationship for our power factor is that power factor is the cosine of theta sub 2. So we can now find theta sub 2 by doing the inverse cosine of 0.9, and because it's leading, we will put in this minus sign right there, which if we